Hi, today we're going to be taking an unbated review look at Yu-Gi-Oh! At Shonen Jump's Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, Konami, Pendulum Power card sleeves. Semi-tournament Lego sleeves featuring Stargazer Magician and Timegazer Magician. So this is kind of from Yu-Gi-Oh! Art 5, which a lot of us YouTubers at the time was calling Yu-Gi-Oh! Art V, because it kind of looked like V instead of 5. I mean, come on, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, at least they put a 5 in there. Art V, it just threw everyone off. We just called it V. Art V instead of Art 5, but it is Art 5 actually. Let's see here. What else? So yeah, it's actually the 5th generation genre saga in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. So if you remember the first Yu-Gi-Oh! which had Yugi Moto and the Nocturnes that had the Pharaoh Yami Yugi in there, that was the first one. Second one was Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Dual Academy, which had Jaden Yuki in there, which was, Yu-Gi-Oh! Generation X kind of thing. Not a lot of people liked it. The elemental monsters were kind of okay-ish, I guess. Recently, for Yu-Gi-Oh! Series that followed up after the original one, the second one didn't do too good. After that, we came to the third one, which was Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, which had Yusei Fudo as the main protagonist character in there, which was all about the signers and their legendary dragon cards. Which, I gotta say, 5Ds was actually pretty cool, and a lot of us, I think, even back in the second series, genre of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Dual Academy was kind of coming with the idea of trying to wire bites with a dual disc strapped to her arm or strapped to the front of her bite or something. And 5Ds, hey, what's better than having a dual disc strapped to a motorcycle? It's strapped to a motorcycle, so obviously nothing. That is like the best that you can get. A dual disc, a dual and going for a nice ride at top speed. It's a win-win situation. Well, unless, oil slick, or, it happens to be snowing, and there's bright ice on the road, you don't wear a helmet, then you kind of lose not only the duel, but your life. Which hopefully, if anything, you wish you lost the duel. But I mean, for the series, it was pretty cool. The games, yeah, kind of okay. So that was our third series. Our fourth, moving on to our fourth series, was Yu-Gi-Oh! Zetsu, with Astro and Yusei Fukuma, which, had the proton monsters in there, and of course the number cards was the ETZs. You had the ETZs and the ETZ number cards, which of course an ETZ number card could be an ETZ card, but an ETZ card could not be a ETZ's number card unless an ETZ number card was able to be another ETZ number card, and that was pretty much kind of almost the only way to beat a ETZ number card was you had to have another ETZ number card to beat a ETZ's number card. Wow, confusing, right? But if you follow the series and you know how to play the card game, it's just basically like how you go up with summon monsters, whether summon, fusion summon, synchro summon, Etzel summon, ETZ summon, every single type of way to summon monsters. Which now brings us up to our current one, which is our fifth one, which is Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh my god. I just forgot this new series here. Art 5, Yu-Gi-Oh! Art 5. Which has, I forgot the main potato's name, but I know it has something to do with a Y in there. His name starts with a Y. Yusei? Or Yuseiya? Oh, if you know, there's a pattern here. A lot of the main protagonists either start with a J or Y. You had Yugi. You had Yusei. You had Jaden. You had Yuma. So maybe not all of them had J to start the name, but they at least had a Y to start the name or as part of starting their last name. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Really does have some magical power with that Y. Think about it. Many protagonist characters in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series genre, their names either start with a Y or their last name start with a Y. So yeah. Why? That's a really good question. Why? And of course, there is an actual Y in Yu-Gi-Oh! Which starts the word Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah. Kind of something to kind of wrap your head around and think about. And maybe ask Konami and Shonjum, like, what's up with all the Ys? But this one, features Pendulum Summon, which has the Pendulum cards, which is their new way of summon. Because if we go back and look at all the original summons, you had, Sacrifice Summon, which was that you had Tribute Summon, you had Fusion Summon, you then had Ritual Summon, you had GX Dual Cannon, they didn't really have anything new that original Yu-Gi-Oh! Had. Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, they came out with the Synchro Summon where you had to use a tuna monster. Then, Yu-Gi-Oh! What was it called? Oh man, I just said it like about 3-4 minutes ago, probably. Came out for Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D. Yu-Gi-Oh! Ah, man, I thought I had it there for a second. Well, it's the one that had the Etsy cards in there and the Etsy number cards. Zetsu. Yu-Gi-Oh! Zetsu had the Etsy and Etsy number cards in there. And then with the newest one, Yu-Gi-Oh! Art 5, which probably all the older generation fans are still going to call Yu-Gi-Oh! Art V, just for the fun of it, because of how it was dubbed, as we usually dub it, as Art V. Because, 5Ds, they at least put a big 5 and then a D on there. So, yeah. To at least make it easier to figure out. But yeah, let's see, where is their card? Yeah. So, if you kind of wonder what the new series of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, Yu-Gi-Oh! What was this one's name? So many Yu-Gi-Ohs, 5 Yu-Gi-Ohs. Art 5. This is kind of what a pendulum card looks like. Top half is kind of, whether affects monster. Bottom is kind of magic card. And then they have the pendulum scale, what's worth. And then kind of like how to play the two effects, where to play this, and you put it in your pendulum zone. What's its ability, and how you could summon it as, whether monster to play on the field, or you could use it kind of like fusion or a ritual card almost, if you will, to summon up something kind of almost like this, which I don't know how good you can see it. Wound Eyes Pendulum Dragon. That's what the card says. There we go. So to summon this one, you kind of need to have a pendulum monster, but this one also requires, another monster too, which we're not going to get too much into that. I believe if you go online to toywiz.com, which I'll put their website down below, that they didn't call this pendulum power. I believe they called it something else for what the design of this card sleeves look like. Here's the spec for these card sleeves, so if you can see the size of them. My camera will focus here. Give it a little second. So they're 63 millimeters by 90 millimeters, which is smaller than the Ultra Pro Pokemon ones, because as you can see right here on the Ultra Pro Pokemon ones, they're 66 millimeters by 91. So let's see if we can zoom in on that real small fine print up here. Yeah, 63, 90, 66, 91. Pokemon a little bit bigger. That's why, you know, the more for Pokemon cards, why these, as you say, are officially made for, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, because Yu-Gi-Oh cards are a little bit smaller than Pokemon cards. And for the habit, let's just point out a Pokemon card and a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Notice Pokemon cards have rounded edges, while Yu-Gi-Oh cards have straight, pointy edges. And if we put the cards together, edge by edge, bottom by bottom, as you can see, yeah, so a Yu-Gi-Oh card will fit in a Pokemon one, but a Pokemon one would not fit in Yu-Gi-Oh. So Pokemon will not fit in a Yu-Gi-Oh sleeve. Yu-Gi-Oh fits in a Yu-Gi-Oh sleeve, obviously. Getting kind of tongue-tied there. And a Yu-Gi-Oh card will fit in a Pokemon sleeve, so if you're like, oh, I want to put, you know, my Pokemon ones in Yu-Gi-Oh, you are, unless you actually want to sit there and cut your card in, come on, no Pokemon fan wants to cut their card to fit inside a Yu-Gi-Oh sleeve. So, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh in both. There you go. So if you're wondering, can you put, you know, Pokemon cards in the Yu-Gi-Oh sleeves? No, you can't. So, let's bust these ones open. I believe these are double sealed somewhere. Nope, there's one sealed. I sure hope I'm wrong that these are double sealed. And what double sealed means is the outer wrapper, and then you still have this, you know, inner wrapper. So, one wrapper, two wrappers. So if I say double sealed, you know what that means. This wrapper that's sitting on the shelf, and this other wrapper that you gotta peel back the foil, well not foil, but you know, peel it back to open it up. So let's put these in here, just so you can kind of see how easy they fit, how the sidewalls look. If you push it all the way down, you do got a little extra gap at the top here, which I kind of like. And a little bit of gaps on the side, not too much. Compared to, I had some Pokemon ones here that are card sleeve, and you can kind of see the difference. But not only the, you know, design of the back, but also the space, more space there, and along the sides. This one, very little space, only in the corners, because the corners on Pokemon cards, you know, are rounded, while Yu-Gi-Oh cards are square, pointy. And here's also another difference between the Konami Shonen Jump ones, card sleeves, and the Ultra Pro ones. I think the Konami ones look better than Ultra Pro, because Ultra Pro on every single card sleeve, they always got this big little, I don't know if you can see this thing here. This, you know, little tag here that says Ultra Pro. Which is, well, you can't see on these, but because it covers it up. But that's one thing that I hate about Ultra Pro sleeves. Putting this little card, not card, but this little logo on this little, like, half foil silver background. That's one thing that really is annoyance when you're trying to read, like, card text, or, you know, the artist who designed the card, or with the little touches, you know, if it's like a fire Pokemon, fire Fox, fire mouse, thunder mouse like Pikachu, you know, whatever. Well, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh ones, queer, you can actually see the card official stamp that, you know, is a real card, not a fake card. Of course, you know, these you can also see, you know, promo cards and stuff. But I mean, just putting their thing right there, here, I hate that. Well, Yu-Gi-Oh ones, you put a card in there, it's meant to see the card, not, you know, advertisement. I mean, why couldn't they just put it over here? This little advertisement thing right there. Why couldn't they just take that and move it and put it somewhere here? This room there, this room there, this room here. Oh, this room there, this room all the way up here. There's even some room there. There's lots of room that they could put it. Why do they put it on the back where obviously you know you're going to see the card when you put it down? Yes, you know, cards are nice to protect your cards and kind of mark your deck so you kind of know which ones are in which deck, whose card it is. So if you put one from the graveyard, you know, you kind of have an idea. Hey, you know what? There's my card, give it back to me, you know, tournament's over with, you know, something like that. It's nice, but, like I said, Konami, they really got it going on when it comes to card sleeves. I mean, artwork for both of them, I can't really argue, but, just, yeah, that's really annoying right there. Well, Ultra Pro Deathbots is my number one, you know, that I go to. As you can see, free Deathbots is, this one is great for question, but take it into tournaments, no. It's just a lousy one to take to tournaments. This is kind of the new way that they kind of moved into. Taking it to tournaments is okay, but the way how it opens up, like this little flap here, and loading and unloading cards, no, it is horrible. These original ones, you know, just flip them open, top loading decks, which I actually took some of my cards out here. But using that, look how easy I put my cards in, take them out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Got them all nice and stacked evenly. So yeah, that's why, you know, for my Deathbots, Ultra Pro, I usually always go with like the standard, like $4.99, sometimes $5.99, depends on where I picked it up at. These standard Ultra Pro Deathbots is nice. These I did pick it up because, you know, kind of special Pokemon ones. And this one I put up, you know, special Pokemon one. Will I take this one to a tournament? No, a lot of bad reasons not to take it to a tournament. Elites, it's not secure. It's hard to get your cards in and out, even though it's kind of full top loader deck. No. Will I take this one to a tournament? Maybe. Because I like how it's secure on the sides, but open it up, I hate how it opens to get your cards in and out, even though it's a top loader deck. Bots, hate that. This deck bots, I'm always going to bring to a tournament. Easy to open, easy to close, easy to put my cards in and out, and when it's closed, I turn it upside down. I almost have to go like super hard smash to, you know, get my deck to just fall right out of there when it's closed. This one, yeah, super hard smash. This one, just very lightly turn it over, and as you can tell, I just barely turn it over, because if I were just turn it over like that, but a little bit faster, this will come off. They really need to rework their magnet system for stronger magnets on these magnetic Deathbots, and the gaps on the side, rework them. I would love to see. All this is full leather with cardboard backing. I mean cardboard inner. I would love to see them put like this plastic inner and then a faux front and backing on it. That would be pretty awesome. Also, you know, stronger magnets would be better. Have no gaps on the side where water could get in would be better. And maybe have some kind of little spot over here where you could put like your damage counters and, you know, your coins and something like that. Especially if you're going to put a big old Pikachu on it. Promo advertising for, hey, Pokemon fans. You know, this one for Pokemon fans. The only difference that they did is, you know, hey, a little deck divider. And, you know, you could buy sleeves, but you have to buy separately, as you can see. here to kind of go with it. Fennekin. So, yeah. So, kind of hopefully you got a little heads up of what that box is to bring to turns, which ones not to go with. The difference in the card sleeves, like I said, nothing, and this annoyance. Ultra Pro, they are pretty fit sleeves here. I'm not gonna lie, this back end of the sleeves is very fit, the front of the sleeves is pretty fit. So they're not going, fall apart and just whip in half. Unless, you go something stupid like, I'm gonna whip it in half. Then I was like, yeah, you're an idiot, because you're just gonna tear it open and whip it in half. But I had no problems with them, they didn't fall apart. These year ones I recently started using, and they're great for my year ones. Shuffling them fast, same thing with Ultra Pro ones, shuffling decent toward. If you want to know about other deck boxes and card sleeves, I don't remember the name of his channel, but I will put the channel name link down below in the description, so you could go check him out. He's fantastic. He mostly talks about Magic the Gathering cards and stuff, but he has fantastic deck boxes where you can get them, which ones are the best ones to buy, which ones are the best ones for tournaments, which ones are the best for keeping at home. Card sleeves, which brands are the best to buy them, between the Ultra Pro and non-Ultra Pro. Also, why you might want a double sleeve, if you didn't know what double sleeve is, as you see, I took this card, put it in the sleeve, and then you take another card sleeve, and then you put it in, which is double sleeve. So, top, it can't get in the top.